Hello? Is this thing on? Are we, what time is it? Holy shit, man. We're either late or early or something. All I know is that I'm on my way. I think I'm on my, am I on my, chat, am I on my, chat, am I on it? Woo, yeah. On my way to Nerdvengers Tower. New time, same tower, and same me. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's crazy. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Ant-Man trailer was supposed to come out. It didn't come out, but it leaked in like Portuguese or something. So now people are saying it might come out. I don't know, man. There's apparently a crazy DC story that's about to drop. Things are going crazy today. I don't know what's going on, but we're going to figure it out together, okay? The plan is I want to break down Hot D. I want to talk about House of the Dragon. I want to talk about Season 1. I want to talk about how it saved the brand. I want to talk about how the finale, a lot of people don't like it, but maybe it's okay. I don't know. We'll talk about it as a community. If the trailer officially comes out for Ant-Man, we've got to watch it, okay? We've got to watch it. We've got to break it down. If crazy DC news comes out, we've got to watch it. We've got to break it down. Holy mother-loving love of mothers. It's going to be a wild-ass day. I'm pulling into the tower. I'll see you in a second. It's out? Of course. I should have waited like a couple more minutes and just did the fucking Ant-Man, goddamn Ant-Man thumbnail like I wanted to. God damn it! I knew I should have waited a couple more minutes. Fuck this day. God damn it, Kevin Feige. What are you doing? Are you purposely trying to fuck with me? He's trying to fuck with me. God damn. What are we gonna do now? Like, should I switch the thumbnail? Guys, should I whip up a thumbnail and change the title real quick? I don't know. I don't know. Black Roo, welcome back to the Nerdvengers. No? Yes? Do it? Switch to Andor? You don't say that. Oh my god, bro. Of course. Of course they'd officially drop. God damn it. Alright, I'm going to pull it up. Actually, you know what? To be honest, it's not working so good on Brave for whatever reason. I'm having trouble with videos on Brave. It's so fucking stupid. Put that. And I'm going to actually pull it up on the Chrome. So let me get it here. Give me 1 second. Oh, man. Oh, man. I just don't even know. I just don't even know! Wait, what the hell? What the fuck? Alright, maybe we'll just watch it on actual YouTube. Wait, now the gambling's working? Oh my god! It's a disaster! It's a goddamn disaster stream! Chat, shut down the gambling so I can get the Ant-Man trailer pulled up. What the fuck? Ah! You know what? To be fair, I probably should have had the Ant-Man trailer thumbnail figured out before this anyway. What the hell? I don't think it's dropped yet on the official Marvel Entertainment YouTube yet. Okay, shut off the gambling. Step 1 completed. All of you fiends! Hope you had fun. Also, do me a favor and smash the like button. Do it again! Don't make me slap up a grandma. So is it not? It's only out on Twitter right now? Is that what's going on? It's only out on Twitter? Let's see here. Okay, well, here it is. Dude, we're gonna get... They got Elton John playing. We're gonna get whacked anyway on this trailer. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know if it's... Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Rick. Oh, jeez, Rick. Here we go. Okay. What's going on? What do I do with my hands? I don't even know what to do with my hands. What do I do with my hands? Should I react to it? Should we just watch the trailer and not change the thumbnail, and then we'll get into the hot D? I don't even know what to do anymore. I don't remember how to make content. And why can't I? Isn't this wonderful? With it right there for you guys. Oh, you mother chucker. See if I can. What if I just did it like this? No! God damn it, no! We're supposed to have a good stream! We're supposed to have a good day! It's the new time! What the fuck, man? You gotta be kidding me. Chet, you're fired, dude. You are fired, bro. Just leave. Just no quarter for you today. Good God. Why is everything... Oh, man. Oh, man, I'm gonna lose it, chat. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna fucking lose it! Okay, anyway. Pause that. Okay, look. Here we go. Let's pop out this trailer. And should we... God damn it, I want to put a cool thumbnail out there! Fuck! Ah! Fuck it, dude. Let's watch this trailer. Here we go. I'm not even changing the title and thumbnail. Everybody thinks we're talking about House of the Dragon right now. They have no idea. We're about to watch this trailer.
I used to ask myself a lot of questions. Scott, you're at ex-con. How are you an Avenger?
True, how are you an
Avenger? That doesn't make sense. But everywhere I go, people tell me the same thing.
Thank you, Spider-Man.
Huh? Nice.
People still need help, Dad. That's why we made this. Like a satellite for deep space, but quanta.
Wait a minute.
What?
You're sending a signal down to the quantum realm.
That's probably
Turn it
not a
on.
good idea.
Now!
Looks dope. That looks really cool. That was cool. And I like the tonal shift here. Oh shit, it looks beautiful.
Where are we?
I don't even think... Looks super cool. Don't copy strike me. Don't copy strike me, no! Not like I'm... Is this Bowie?
What are you so afraid of?
There's something I never told you.
Ooh.
This place. It isn't what you think.
Cool. We'll break it down. We'll go like frame by frame in a second here.
I can get you home. And give you more time. If you help me.
Ah.
So, what's it gonna be? Batman.
Ooh, girl. Okay, this is slightly different. Okay, first of all, dope trailer, dude. That's a dope-ass trailer. Like, for real. I liked that quite a bit. It's slightly different than the one at Comic-Con. It's actually a little bit lighthearted compared to the other one. The other one kind of got more dark. I feel like the music was a little bit more dark. Kang drops the line at the end of the trailer at, I think it was D23, actually. But he drops the line at the end of it where he's like, have I killed you before? You're an Avenger. Have I killed you before? And they removed that line. There's something else really important that they removed from this. He said in the original trailer, something was taken from me, and you're the only one that can help me get it back, okay? So in the D23 Comic-Con trailer, they were talking about that. That is an important little piece because it actually ties into a lot of the plot leaks out there. I'm pretty curious. Did they remove it to try to stop people from being able to use the trailer to prove the leaks? Because that would be really interesting, because a lot of the leaks do end up getting corroborated by the trailers. One must wonder, like, is Feige and co. getting privy to that and trying to stop that from coming out in the trailers? I'm not sure, but either way, this is a really, really cool trailer. So now let's kill the sound on it, or at least turn it way down, and let's go back through it and see if there's anything that we should be looking at. And also, you tell me, chat. Is there something that I should be looking at? Is there something I missed as we go through this, okay? So this is kind of fun. You know, he's got the podcast. I bet this is like an intro to the podcast, too, that little, voiceover there, right? So this is his daughter. And obviously, she's wicked smart as well. And I don't know if there's anything in the readouts or anything like there that we could look at. But again, something to kind of keep in mind is that they're doing Young Avengers, and they're doing Feige's version of Young Avengers, so things are going to be altered slightly. Like, just last week, a prominent leaker out there, My Time to Shine Hello, said that Morgan Stark, the daughter of Tony, is actually going to be back in a big, big way. I think that's actually pretty freaking dope. And she's likely to maybe even be a female Iron Man, an Iron Woman, or something like that. It's kind of interesting, right? Because you're also going to have Riri, and I think it's perfectly fine to have Riri and to have Morgan Stark, but we'll just see, right? We don't know exactly how that's all going to go down. But here's another one in Scott's daughter, obviously. Now, having been there, of course, and spent some time there, and having this whole story that we as the audience don't know a lot about, but we'll find out in this movie, Janet's like, what are you doing? Shut it down. That's insanity, right? Too late, sends the signal. Boom. They all get thrown back and then sucked into the quantum realm. Man, the effects here look dope, and I love the musical cues and everything they're using here. And then he just lets go after his daughter gets sucked in. You know what I mean? Super cool. Super cool. Now, the visuals here on the quantum realm look absolutely incredible, dude. Like, this just looks really freaking cool. And they get surrounded, pretty quickly here by a ton of people that live within the quantum realm and within the quantum city. Okay? And these are all going to be people that I think Kyler, who is Bill Murray's character, will sort of rule over or be the king of, or something like that. What is with the misleading thumb? Hey, don't say that. We're going to get into the hot D. I'm going to be so pissed if a huge DC story drops right after I get done breaking this down, because then it's like, what are we doing here with the friggin'... are we even going to talk about hot D today? I don't know. You know what? I need to take a goddamn sip of Pellegrino. Hang on a second. I swear to God, dude. Feige was like watching, man. And he was like, oh, we're going to maybe drop it in the morning. And then somebody reached out to me and said they're going to drop it in the morning. And then I end up looking really, really dumb. And then I'm like holding off because I heard maybe it will drop in the morning. Then it gets leaked in Portuguese. And I'm like, oh, shit, it's going to drop. And I was like, I'll delay the stream a little bit and make a thumbnail for it. I waited like 5 minutes, didn't do it. Right after that 5 minutes, they do it. An invisible drink, exactly. Okay. Secret universe beneath ours. The quantum realm. What are you so afraid of? What is she afraid of?
There's something I never told you.
Oh, okay. Now, let's stop for a hot frickin' second here. This is Kang putting something in some kind of chamber here. I don't know what it is, except maybe I do, okay? The rumor is, guys, that what Kang is looking for is his time chair, okay? His time platform or his time chair. This is, I believe, how he was able to enter the quantum realm and how he's going to be able to leave the quantum realm. He's trying to get to the nexus of time, which is this place within the quantum realm. And a lot of this stuff is just rumor, and it's kind of like, who knows for sure, because they could change it. And I think actually they are changing this movie, and I think they're going to kind of amp it up. Because from what I hear, like, people like the film, but the third act's a little bit wacky, and there's some stuff that people didn't love. Plus, Kang doesn't get a ton of play in the movie, actually, unfortunately, but he is freaking awesome when he's in the movie. Another interesting thing, no MODOK in this version of the trailer. So, I don't know. Did Marvel get some negative feedback about the look of MODOK? And did they remove MODOK from the trailer? Are they changing the look of MODOK? I don't really know. But that's kind of another reason why there's not a ton of Kang in the movie. Because MODOK's, like, sort of acting in the same way that Ronan the Accuser is like the big bad of Guardians 1, but like behind the scenes it's Thanos. Like, that's sort of what I heard was similar to the vibe here with Kang. So, weird. This could be his time chair. But who knows for sure? That could be changed as well. This is so cool, though. Doesn't this look like a little bit like what he put in there? I want to look at this a little bit better here. Oh, man, they really don't give you much until it's obscured, huh? Okay, but you see how it has the circles, too? I don't know. It seems very similar to what we're about to see here. Right? This platform. But what was that? That's not this. You know what I mean? Like, that's some weird editing. Because what this platform we do see, but these rings coming around it is different. Where are the rings here? I don't know. It's weird. See? Okay, and this is what I'm talking about. Because the rings come up on this platform as well. Does he have his chair? Yes, it looks like he has his chair. So again, I really do think that this is the chair. Okay? That's what I think. Is that's the time chair, and he's shrunk it down, obviously, and he put it in there. And that this is what it looks like. And Kang looks good there, dude. That this is the time chair. By the way, one of the first things they constructed for the movie, the visual effects department, a big deal, obviously, for this character past this movie, but also for this film itself. Oh, man, he looks good. Oh, man, he looks good. Okay, again, though. Hang on just a freaking second here. What is this at the end? Again, those rings are showing up there. This could be some kind of battle. And you know what else is kind of fucking crazy about these rings? They seem similar to me to the designs of a lot of the tech for the Eternals. And we see that same pattern in the shrine for the Scarlet Witch. We see that same pattern, I believe, in parts of Miss Marvel as well. So there's like, it's fascinating to see some of maybe the behind-the-scenes connections that you'll see between these different projects. Kang himself, the Eternals, the Celestials, the wider scope of the MCU. And, oh, man, it's so interesting. Because what is she doing here? I mean, come on. Tell me that doesn't look like something to do with the Eternals. Like the symbols and the way this is all working together here. You know what I mean? Crazy looking bartender alien guy. Little Star Warsy thing there. Bill Murray. And then, of course, these two here being surrounded by all these ships. Likely this is Kryler's people. I love the look of these ships, dude. With little floaty things and a little ball there. Whew! That's good stuff. Those are like ants, but crazier, whatever that was. And what is this? A ton of different Ant-Man? What is happening here? Man, this is looking pretty wild. So you get this shot here. Is that his daughter? Or is this a flashback? Maybe this is a flashback to when Janet first gets in there. You've got that crazy looking alien dude. Ant-Man looks like he got a beating here. And then you see an Ant-Man, and one of them is being turned to ribbons. What's that about? Him and his daughter escaping some kind of shots. Look at this shot of Kang here, man. With the blue, with the freaking blue energy and the blue platform. Dude, and the little like things in there. I wish we could get really, really close. Henry Cavill posted, dude, did they really drop the crazy DC news as well? Chat, did they really drop the crazy DC news also? Bruh. What's this thumbnail, bro? What's this? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? No way. Are you serious? Y'all serious? It's about his cameos. Okay. Cavill post, but nothing crazy. Okay. I really wish we could get like super close in on this Kang here. Maybe somebody can get like a really HD shot and like bring this, like blow this up, because this looks so cool to me. Like I am loving the design of Kang here. Like, what do you guys think about this Kang design? Because this is like, it's the first time a lot of the public is getting to look at Kang, right? What do you think? I mean, come on. What do you think? What do you think, huh? Let me know. I love it. A little discombobulated today. He looks badass. It's sick, clean, dope. Hell yeah. Love the design of the thumbnail. Really caught my attention. Hey, you don't say that. Why are you talking? God damn it! With the hot D. We're gonna. Okay, we're gonna. He's officially back as Superman? I mean... Oh, shit. Is that the Cavill news there, Trev? Oh, they said it might. They said it might happen. Oh, shit. Wow. That's big. Okay. Well, this whole stream's fucked. And also, I gotta change the video I'm dropping later today. Oh, yeesh. Wow. Okay. Well, sometimes the day goes your way. Sometimes they throw a bunch of shit at you and you gotta scramble, I guess, huh? Let's just take a second, sip this coffee, and think about what we're gonna do. Okay, let's finish this breakdown, and then we'll jump into the DC stuff. Maybe there'll be more updates, different people chiming in. We'll do research live together. We'll eventually get to Hot D. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, so I really like the look of Kang here, man. I think this is dope as hell. Oh! And when he lights it up there, dude, oh my god. Oh my god. Be still, my nerdy heart. Dude, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so then you have this scene with him walking up on him. Again, they use different dialogue here. It's really interesting. Oh, I like that sort of scar here to sort of replicate what you see from Kang the Conqueror in comic books. That little scar across his face. Very interesting. Look at how clean this fucking outfit looks, bro. So cool. Quantum Mania. Okay, so there's your Quantum Mania trailer right there. And again, I think that looks really cool. Now, what is the actual movie going to be like? I don't know. I mean, I expect it to be pretty awesome, but I hope they sort of punch it up a little bit, because I think that it'll still be a really fun movie and really cool. It's also going to lay some groundwork for Phase 5, but also it's not... I don't know. Like, I've heard that it's not as crazy as it possibly could be, and not to the level of maybe what people were expecting. And if they maybe put a little bit more Kang into it, reduced MODOK a little bit and put a little more Kang in there, I think that would satisfy some people. But I guess we'll have to see, right? So we'll have to see how that goes. But now, let's get into this Hollywood Reporter article and let's see what people are saying about it. Because technically speaking, Cavill will be back for The Flash. Like, kind of regardless of whatever this story we're about to read is going to be here. What the fuck? What's going on here? Okay, here we go. So, kind of like regardless of what this story is about to be, dude. I don't know what is going on. What is... Dude, just get this out of here. What the fuck? We're having like all sorts of issues today. It's kind of really annoying, if I'm being honest. This is not how I wanted this stream to go. Okay. Let's look into this article. Let's see what it's about. Henry Cavill confirms he is back as Superman for future DC movies. I wanted to make it official, Cavill said in a video after appearing in the mid-credit scene of Black Adam. After years of speculation, Henry Cavill is making it official. He is back as Superman. The actor shared a video confirming his commitment to play the DC hero in future films after returning for the mid-credit scene in Black Adam, which was released over the weekend and marked his first time in the role since 2017's Justice League. I wanted to make it official. I am back as Superman, Cavill said in a video. He thanked the fans, most of all, thank you for your support and for your patience. He added that what audiences saw in Black Adam is a very small taste of things to come. Though there are no writers or directors attached, the intention is for Cavill to star in at least one solo Superman movie, his first since 2013's Man of Steel. Other movie appearances could potentially follow as DC Films gets an overhaul under new Warner's film boss Michael DeLuca and Pamela Abdi. The Instagram video had been in the works for weeks, with the timing eyed for after Black Adam's opening weekend, when a good chunk of the audience would see his return. The timing also protected the movie's theatrical experience. Not really, but whatever. The journey to get Cavill back in the cape was fraud. Black Adam star Dwayne Johnson and his team initially were denied the cameo by the idea that then DC film boss Walter Hamada, who had his own plans for Superman, but Johnson, whose manager Danny Garcia also reps Cavill, went around Hamada's back to DeLuca and Abdi, who began their jobs in July and gave the idea the thumbs up. What's interesting is it also came out, I believe, in a trade report that they were going to do another headless Superman cameo, which I did talk about, actually. A lot of people were talking about it. They were like, yeah, they're going to do him dirty again. Give him a freaking... Dude, what is going on? Why is, like, Streamlabs acting so damn ridiculous? I'm trying to, like, adjust my camera here so we can see more of the... Oh, you can't even read the freaking article, bro. Chat is definitely fired, dude. Okay. We'll go there. But it is interesting because they were going to do another headless cameo, right? Like, crazy, man. They were going to do him dirty again. And so, I don't know. It's wild, but it ended up happening. Still, it was even unclear if a deal to get Cavill in the movie could be worked out. The Black Adam team initially filmed Superman with a body double and test screened the scene without showing the character's face. Wow, I should have just waited and read the next paragraph. Then, last month, Cavill filmed his end of things in London after the deal was closed. Cavill wants fans to have fun with the image and video, with Instagram creators and fans encouraged to remix the video, audio, and photo assets on their IG Reels. Cavill's favorites will be posted on his Destinations channel in the coming days. Cavill has had a long journey with Superman. Zack Snyder cast him in the role in 2010 During a process that saw him don late actor Christopher Reeve's costume, Cavill first played Superman in Snyder's Man of Steel and reprised the role in Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice League in 2017 and 2018. The Hollywood Reporter broke the news that his future as the character was in doubt amid a creative overhaul at DC. Cavill, however, over the years has tentatively spoke of being open to a return. He told THR in 2021, as I always say, the cape is still in the closet. I remember that. Y'all remember that? Okay, so what does this mean? What does this mean? What does it mean? And what the heck is going on? Hang on. Let me check something here. I need to see something. Okay, so some people are saying it's just like to hype people up because, yeah, this doesn't necessarily give us anything concrete. Still pretty interesting. So what this reads to me like, your eyes look cray-cray. Yeah, my eyes do look cray-cray, right? Okay, we're going to get into Hot D in a second here, okay? Because I already have a big Black Adam video in the works, and I'll just record a little bit new stuff to add in the Superman stuff to that video, and we'll talk more about that in the video. But real quick TLDR, and then let's get into the fucking House of the Dragon here. What I think this is just, first of all, it's a play to try to, I think, get more people to check out Black Adam in the second weekend. You know, as I say in the video that's going to drop later, the second weekend for Black Adam is so incredibly significant to the future of DC. It's like, it's going to be absolutely wild. Depending on what happens next weekend, I think we'll have an idea of, do DC fans and, more importantly, Warner Brothers want to give Dwayne like the keys to the kingdom to let him sort of guide the vision and the direction for the future projects? Are they going to just return to doing a bunch of different things all over the place? Are they going to let these last couple of projects come out and then maybe do a reboot when Universal buys them in 2024? There's a lot on the line, and I think it's interesting because Cavill being back as Superman, I mean, let me ask you guys this. How many people do you think today are going to just simply talk about and report how Henry Cavill's back, how there's going to be Man of Steel 2, how he's going to be in the next Justice League, all of these different things? Like, how many of you think that's probably what's going to happen and be reported? And there could be hype around that, you know? I think it'll be quite a bit of people that just do that. And unfortunately, I still don't think that's actually the reality. Like, according to a lot of good insiders, according to a lot of the trades, Cavill has not signed any big deal. He has a cameo appearance in Black Adam. He has a cameo appearance in The Flash. And that's it. Like, that's literally it. Now, after the Flash movie, what that'll mean is, like, that Superman is back in the universe, but there's no guarantee that, like, they will do another movie with Superman, and especially not a guarantee that they'll do another movie with Henry Cavill as Superman. So it's such a weird time right now for DC, but I will say this. I've not seen this level of hype for DC in some time. Okay? Even though the movie didn't crush it this weekend, a lot of Black Adam videos and a lot of like social media activity around Black Adam, it's the most hyped I've seen stuff for DC since the Snyder Cut. The Batman didn't touch this level of hype at all. I know some of you guys love the Batman. That's absolutely fine. But it didn't hit this level of hype. There weren't videos crushing it about Black Adam or about the Batman. You know what I mean? Like, this is something that's positive, something that's really good for DC. I just don't know if it has all the formula or all the ingredients that DC desires to like make this shit pop off. I don't really know. So it is cool that Cavill said that, but I don't know how much it actually means. You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll talk more about that in the video. Okay, so let's get into the hot D, man. Let's get into the hot D. And the first thing I want to do is I want to get a poll up here. And I want to see how you guys felt about the finale. Because if you didn't know this, House of the Dragon finale. If you didn't know this, the House of the Dragon finale leaked, I think it was either Friday or Saturday, right? Either Friday or Saturday. And not only did it leak, but a lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people were talking shit on it for like 2 days before it actually dropped. And I'm curious because there was a lot of discussion even yesterday on Twitter that the finale was a letdown. And so I want to know what you think about the finale. So let's go to the polls. Boom. And there's your polls. And also I need to pat myself down. I need to pat the sweat down. Oh, God, why? Holy shit. So hot. It's super hot in the studio. Damn it. Whew. Man, we're like, there's multiple things that we do to get ready for these streams, multiple things that we need to like nail, and I gotta be honest with you, we pretty much fucked every single one of them up, dude. We pretty much fucked up everything you can fuck up when it comes to the stream. Sorry. Hey, my bad. Hey, subscribe to That Nerds Live. Become a Nerdventure today. Yeah. Also, where's my Paradox Customs thing? What is going on here? Dude, chat, you are fucking up big time, man. We're still powered by Paradox Customs. Got this big old juicy rig next to me. And you should get one, too. Use code NERDVENGERS at checkout to save a little bit of money off of their already industry low prices. Okay, anyway. Yeah, holy shit, dude. Like, literally. Come up with... Somebody else. Just come up with something else that we need to do right as a streamer, and we'll fuck it up. Okay. Okay, so far on the polls, it looks like 65% of you loved it, and 24% of you liked it. That's really good to hear. That's really good to hear, because... You know, I really liked it as well. I do think it wasn't the strongest episode, though. I think it's a good finale, but it's not like an incredible finale. And especially because this is the first season. I think the inevitable comparison here is to take this season, and especially the finale, and compare it to season 1 of Game of Thrones. Here's the problem with that. This show was never going to be able to pull off what Game of Thrones did in its first season finale. Game of Thrones, at the time, although a very popular book series, was nowhere near as popular as Game of Thrones is now. Ton of people, when they watched that first season, including myself, who didn't even do this until like, I think it was like season 3 or 4. I believe it was season 3, like, Season 4 was about to come out, and I started watching Game of Thrones. I remember this. I was in college. I went to the local Walmart. I ended up getting a box set of Game of Thrones Season 1 on DVD. I don't know if you guys remember DVD. The Ant-Man trailer just dropped. I know! We talked about it already. Got it on DVD, came back, and watched the first season of Game of Thrones. I loved it. I fell in love with the show right away. Absolutely thought it was incredible. And then they killed Ned Stark, and I was like, what? What? I think I went on a walk. You know what I mean? Like, I went on a walk, dude. I was like, what? What just happened? And I didn't even understand it. I was like, how could people And then I went right into season 2. I think I went back to Walmart and I was like, well, I fucking hate this show, but let's get season 2. So then we went and we got season 2. We were watching season 2, and I couldn't get into it as much, man. I couldn't get into it as much. And I was like, how is this going to work exactly? You know what I mean? But anyway, here's the thing. That experience, you cannot replicate that with House of the Dragon. Everybody already knows what's going to happen. Everybody also already knows to expect something crazy, even if they didn't read ahead or watch videos about what happens in the books. So therefore, you can't really recreate that experience. It's a lot like Westworld Season 1. You can never replicate Westworld Season 1 as an experience. And therefore, I don't even think you should try to do that. And I don't think the finale is trying to replicate the finale of the original Game of Thrones. Even though it ends in a really crazy way, I think this episode is more like a parallel to episode 9 from the perspective of the Blacks. And it's meant to, just like the other episode, really take us through the first events of the coming war and eventually leave off on a place where, like, oh shit, it's about to pop off. Like, things are about to really, really escalate. But before we get into sort of my thoughts fully and totally on all the different things that happen in episode 10, I want to talk just about House of the Dragon. Okay? Because to me, this show did something that I honestly thought was almost impossible. And it might be one of the only brands to ever do this. But it literally took what I think was a completely tarnished, just damaged almost beyond repair brand in Game of Thrones and turned it around. The last couple of seasons of Game of Thrones are widely considered bad, but the way the whole show ends, I mean, I don't know that I've ever seen, maybe Lost was like this as well, where basically everybody thought the ending sucked. Like, find me a person that thinks King Bran is a good ending, and I'll be like, I don't... What? Who are you? Please explain yourself. And then I'll be like, slap him up and tell him to go away. Because it's terrible. It's terrible. It's incredibly, like, forced. The last season had water bottles in the frame. It had Starbucks cups in the frame. It had all this different stuff. Dude, it was not good at all. And people were super pissed. On top of that, George still hasn't written the next book, dude. Like, George did it. He still hasn't written the next book, dude. And I just think, for me, I was shocked at how badly people felt about Game of Thrones. People were pissed, dude. People on the book front were pissed. People on the show front were pissed. When the show was announced, House of the Dragon, the buzz around the show and the discussion online was vitriolic. People were very upset. People were like, fuck that. After the finale, who cares? Like, y'all remember? Y'all remember? That was a lot of it. A lot of it. Even when I was talking about House of the Dragon leading up to it, if you were there during the streams, I said often, I don't know about that shit, fam. I don't think it's going to pop off. I'll give it a try, but I'm not expecting much. Right? Not only did this show save the Game of Thrones brand overall, which is crazy and something that, like, Star Wars should look at. They should see how this happened. But I'm going to make a prediction right now. A bold prediction. May I? My prediction is that House of the Dragon Season 2 will, by any metric we have, be considered the biggest show of all time. I think that the premiere for House of the Dragon Season 2 will destroy every record of any premiere for any show ever, and by the time that season is done, it will have accumulated more views than any season of television in the history of the planet. I'm making that prediction right now. Now, We'll probably have to wait 2 years for it, which is a little bit like yikes. But I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. So, talk about a successful fucking show. Holy shit. I thought season 1 was incredible. It's not perfect. Some of the pacing's weird. There are slower episodes. The time jump, I think, was a point of contention for some people. People were like, I don't like this new version of this character. I can't really grasp the story because we keep time jumping. But I think overall, most people get it. Most people understand where we are at. And most people have the table set for the actual House of the Dragons, for the actual Dance of the Dragons. And I think it's going to be fucking crazy. Like, really, really crazy. Now, as far as the brand of Game of Thrones overall, a lot hinges on the Jon Snow spinoff. If the Jon Snow spinoff hits air before House of the Dragon, it has the ability to skyrocket the Game of Thrones brand even further, make even more people check out House of the Dragon, or, unfortunately, it does have the potential to hurt the brand, depending on what that show is like. You know what I mean? It's very ballsy to do a Jon Snow spinoff after season 8 with King Bran, okay? And I've talked to you guys about this a little bit before, right? It's my hope that in some way the Jon Snow show retcons a little bit of the end of Game of Thrones and perhaps set up either an additional Night's King, either an additional, like something to do with the prophecy. Like, I just would like shit to matter and not be as weird as where we left off in season 8. So I'm thinking that when the Jon Snow show kind of rolls around, I'll perhaps do some more content, some more videos, some more streams about that show, and maybe we'll follow that show on a week-to-week basis with videos and streams or something like that, because I'm super interested in it, okay? But now, let me talk about the finale, okay? Because I will say, I don't actually think that the finale is the tightest episode. There are a couple of problems I have with the episode, okay? I do think... Yes, I have the window pulled up, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, I got the window pulled, baby. Window up. No worries. So, here's the thing with episode 10. A couple of things I don't like. Number one. Too much happens too quickly. Okay, and a couple of things that really should be very significant are condensed for the show itself, and it comes across not giving proper weight to what should be happening. Okay, couple of weird things, right? Like the birth of that child. It's so weird that the birth begins and ends in a single episode, and literally within that same episode, she's well again, talking to her sons. She's having the funeral. Like, all these things are happening in, like, the singular episode, and I felt like it was really weirdly unnatural. Like, where she's literally having a discussion with her two sons as she's trying to, like, self-abort, like, this baby or whatever. It was so weird. Like, that part of it's like kind of wildly uneven for me. I also think that, like, Daemon, I think his motivations and the things that he does in the episode make sense, but because of it all being super condensed, it comes across feeling all over the place. Like, so she's screaming, you can hear her screaming, but Daemon is defying her son, giving orders and trying to start a war while being able to hear her screams. And it's like, it's a little bit like, what? You know what I mean? Like, that's a little kind of rough. He grabs her up, you know, gives her like a choke, which was very wild. And yet, like, scenes later is mourning with her, defending her, doing all these different things. Again, I think that, like, his actions actually make sense if you take a step back and think about things, but the timing that is presented within the episode itself makes these different moments feel forced, pushed, and just smushed together too quickly. So, yeah, for me, there's a lot in this episode that's like not super great, but the ending is absolutely incredible. Now, one thing that a lot of people were complaining about on Twitter and just on Reddit, and I think this comes from a lot of book people, is Rhaenyra. And a lot of people are saying she's way too soft in this episode. She's trying to be too understanding, and despite all of these different things that are happening, she's still trying to avoid conflict. Like in the books, she's in that labor for days, and she's cursing Alicent like the whole time. Alicent. Right? That's the name? Alicent? Yeah, so she's like cursing her the whole time. She's cursing her child. She's super fired up and like bent on war the whole time. And I guess the question is Daemon right? Because during this time, like Daemon, not only is he fired up and he's ready for war, but he clearly sees that their big advantage here are the actual dragons. And so he's just like, we've got all these dragons, these kind of like nuclear weapons, like they're these massive weapons of mass destruction. And the way Daemon sees it, they've just got way more than the Greens. They could surround King's Landing, even threaten Vhagar, and just kind of take over. And much like at least pre-season 8 Daenerys, you know, Alicent doesn't want to do that. She doesn't want to just destroy the realm in order to take back the throne, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, do you guys think that Daemon was right, or is Alicent right? Because that's kind of part of the fun of the show, right? They're presented with these sort of morally gray characters and these sort of ambiguous moments. Because I can sort of see it both ways. And it's inevitably going to like end to war anyways now because of the ending, right? But yeah, what was the dragon that Daemon tried to take? So that's a great question, right? So this, I think, might end up being a change from the books as well. But that was the king before Viserys, Jaehaerys. That was his dragon. And that dragon is also old as shit and very big. Now, it's not as big as Vhagar, but it is very big. And that would be really interesting if Daemon was somehow able to bond with two dragons and perhaps ride this other one. I'm blanking on the name right now, but that dragon is massive. And we can see at the end of the episode, right, where Luke is chomped up by Vhagar, just how crazy that difference can be, right? For me, you know, kind of getting into the Vermithor, is that the dragon's name? Yeah, that Vermithor. That dragon looks dope. And again, maybe a change from the books. Very, very interesting. I'd like that. But let's talk about the ending. This was so freaking cool for a couple of different reasons. First of all, guys, we've never actually seen Storm's End. Okay? Now, Storm's End is the Baratheon castle. It's something that's referenced a lot in Game of Thrones, okay? But we never see it. We literally have never seen this castle before, interior or exterior. It's a crazy castle because that place where, you know, where Storm's End is actually located, they try to build a bunch of castles there, and because it storms and they call it, there's like a god of storms, this god of storms would just shit on them and like destroy all these different castles that they built. And so this giant structure, this like giant tower into the sky is like the defiance of man against the gods. And basically being like, fuck you, like we're going to build this tower and it's going to withstand the powers of the gods. It's a very dope castle, really, really cool. So boom, we get Storm's End. First time we've ever seen it. I thought it was incredible when Luke arrives and then there's that shot where you just look out and you see Vhagar, dude. And he's so big, or she, I guess, is so big. It was insane. I was like, holy banana nut muffin on a Sunday morning. Look at the size of that dragon. And then later on in the fight in the clouds and everything like that, it was crazy to see the juxtaposition of like the little dragon and the big dragon. It was dope. So he goes in there. He goes to give the message. And, you know, this Baratheon dude is not having it. I think mostly because the marriage proposal by Aemond, and Aemond's going to take one of the wives, which, is really clutch for the Baratheons. But also, I believe in the books, the Baratheons just really recognize the male heir. So they're kind of like, yeah, even though, my father swore an oath to, Rhaenyra, as soon as the male heir was born, things kind of changed. A lot of them are kind of like, they're all about kind of sliding the oath. They're like, well, there's a loophole over here because there's a male heir now. And then, Daemon, of course, wants the eye, and he shows that sapphire. I thought that shit was absolutely sick. That's another thing from the books, but it's super cool that they put it into the show, or Aemond. And so Aemond wants his eye, right? He wants an eye for an eye, so to speak. Now, in the books, actually, it's one of the Baratheons' daughters that talks some crazy shit to Aemond because he was just going to let it go. But in the books, one of the daughters is like, I'm sorry, did that boy take your eye or take one of your balls, you pussy-ass bitch? And then Aemon's like, oh, hell no, fam. And so he's got to get out there and get his skis back. And so he hops on the dragon and fucks him up. But in the show, obviously, we don't really see what prompts it or whatever. Maybe it's just Aemond of his own accord getting out there. But when they're actually fighting in the storm, I think that Aemond just wants to scare his nephew and just wants to put the fear of God in him, maybe even get him to actually surrender, get to the ground, and then actually cut out his own eye, something like that. But I think it's kind of presented in such a way where we don't believe that Aemond wants to kill him. He doesn't really necessarily want to go that far. And also, Luke just wants to get out of there. He just wants to get out of there. And this was interesting and also a change from the books, and I'm wondering what you guys think about this. The dragons disobey the riders. So, both of those dragons, when the conflict, comes to a head, you can hear both the riders, saying no. Both of them are no, Vhagar, no, saying no. And the little dragon gets a bunch of fire on Vhagar. Vhagar gets super pissed and flips it, comes back, and chomps him. And that shit was crazy, dude. Just one chomp, and he was done. And Aemond kind of looks back, and I love the shot of him looking back. And he looks back, and he's just shocked, and he's like, oh, shit. What am I going to do? You know what I mean? What am I going to do? You messed up, Aemond? Yeah. So what are we going to do? And this is cool because it sort of calls back to those moments where Viserys, he was standing in front of the Black Dread, and he says to Rhaenyra, the idea that we control dragons is a total lie. And dragons are the most powerful force and a power that men should have never meddled with. And I think he even implies that, the doom happened because of the dragons, which is really, really interesting. And I'd love to see a High Valyria show to get some of that kind of spelled out, right? It's really, really interesting. But yeah, these things are not to be controlled, man, especially not by young people. It kind of seems like the connection that Daemon has to Caraxes is way different and stronger than the connection that these boys have with the dragons. Because you remember, Daemon gets an arrow and Caraxes reacts to it, if you'll recall, in the first episode. Or no, maybe it was second or third episode. But you guys remember that moment, right? So there's sort of maybe a question here of the actual connections to the dragons, et cetera, et cetera. Maybe your bloodline has something to do with that. Maybe it just has to do with your own will or something. But regardless, we're seeing that these dragons are not necessarily going to obey or listen to their riders, which was really interesting and kind of ominous about using these kind of weapons, right? Maybe a little bit of an allegory for modern day warfare and things of that nature. So regardless, the show kind of finishes off with Rhaenyra realizing that her son is dead, and she turns around and gives that look. It's the I'm not fucking around anymore look. And it's kind of sad, man. It's kind of sad because, look, Otto comes to Dragonstone to try to deliver terms. And I think a lot of discussions in the fandom are like, well, obviously that's also different from the books, by the way. I think it was just the Maester that comes in the books. But there's this idea that Rhaenyra wants to spare the kingdom all this sorrow and blood and war. And she's trying to come up with a solution. And perhaps there actually could have been a solution struck between Alicent and Rhaenyra. But it's almost like everybody else in the realm is not interested in that at all. And so therefore it's not going to happen. It's a lot like what happened with the dinner, where you could actually see these two women actually kind of reconcile. And you're like, oh, that's really, really sweet. And at the end of the episode, Alicent misinterprets something and you're just like, well, there goes that. Like, it's all fucked, right? But I think that, again, that's kind of part of the joy. It's part of, like, the fun of the show. So I liked the finale. I do think it kind of, for a show that took so much time with all these different elements and did a really good job, I think mostly, to have a finale that, again, I think just throws so much at you so quickly. The pacing was off. There are things that feel a little inorganic, but it ends in such a way where we're like, oh shit, like next season is really going to pop off. Now, moving into season 2. I think we're all expecting way more dragon fighting, and oh man, we better get it. This season was dope, and I thought it was the perfect sort of intro into this world. And again, we're literally talking about a show that was like averaging 30 million viewers each episode, absolutely dominated, and has saved the entire brand of Game of Thrones. But let's also be real, we needed a little bit more dragon action. There was not enough dragon action, there was not enough dragon lore, there was not enough dragons in the House of the Dragon. So next season, you absolutely have to go big, and you've got to go crazy with those dragons. And we've got to see an insane amount of blood, fire, war, death. And I think we will, you know? Like, if you look out at, like, the House of the Dragon, or the Dance of the Dragons, and, like, from the books and stuff like that, I don't even know what they will all put into the next season. But from the comments that George has made, he feels as though they need at least 4 seasons to do this story justice, right? So, you know, you kind of think about that and you're kind of thinking, okay, well, then there's 3 seasons of warfare. And you think about, like, when one side is kind of winning and one side is kind of winning and the different things that are going to happen from there. I don't really know exactly what to expect, but I think we absolutely need way freaking more dragon fighting. I don't know. You let me know what you guys think, but I think we need more dragon fighting for sure. What do you think? Do you agree? Or are you like, nah, fam, I'm good with this? Everybody complaining about my thumbnail. Yeah, I know. We already broke down the trailer. We already talked about the Henry Cavill news. You guys are all late. I'm not late. You guys are late. I need to see Wild Dragons. Yeah, Wild Dragons would be cool. Let's talk UFC 280. God damn it. I knew this was going to come up. Yeah, okay, I was wrong. What do you want me to say? I was wrong about the UFC 280. Okay? Do you want me to say I was wrong? You want me to say I had bad picks? Let me tell you. Let me tell you this right now. I was wrong about Charles and Islam. I was wrong about the Sterling fight only because I didn't know TJ was going to be fighting with one arm. They got to stop letting fighters do that. I don't want to see that shit. Like, the last time Francis Ngannou fought and he, like, could barely fucking move around and he just wrestled Cyril Gane and didn't do shit. Like, I don't want to see that. If a homie's injured, delay the fight, right? TJ Dillashaw's got one arm, delay the fight, okay? But I was right about Sean O'Malley, and there ain't no way Sean O'Malley won that fight. 0% chance. I see no universe in which Sean O'Malley won that fight. Sean O'Malley, when he announced as the winner, was shocked that he won that fight. And so was I. Because he didn't win the fight. Peter Yan controlled the pace. He took him down 6 times. Bro, there ain't no way. No way, dude. I actually thought that Sean should have taken a moral victory in being able to hang with Peter. Because even the idea that he hung with Peter, and it's the first time he's ever really got hit and got tested, and by the way, he did not perform well once he got rocked a couple times, but he still should be proud of being able to hang with him. But for him to get the dub, bro, what the fuck? No way, dude. Holy shit. No way. No way. But overall, good fights. I had a good time. By the way, I had an incredible time on Friday and Saturday celebrating Elisa's birthday. I know some of you guys were curious as to like how we did at the casino. We won like over $600. It was dope. So we won like 600. Then we went like right to the mall and just bought ourselves some nice shit. And then we went to a dope ass dinner. Randomly, at one of the stores we went into, they had a pair of Jordan 1 low tops. And I was like, holy shit, what? And they were selling them at retail. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So we had an incredible time, an incredible weekend. And thank you guys for all the well wishes for Elisa and whatnot. That show was really, really cool. So thank you. The Ant-Man trailer is out. I know, bro. We already broke it down. We already talked about it. Okay, yeah, let's talk about the trailer a little bit because a lot of people be asking about it. Let's just talk about the trailer. Okay, couple of different things about the trailer. Am I pumped for Ant-Man 3? I am pumped for Ant-Man 3. The thing is, as Kendall was just pointing out, they changed some stuff from the Comic-Con trailer. Okay, so a couple of different things that they changed. Number one, it's a little less dark than it was in the Comic-Con version. And I mean tonally. The music, a little less dark. And at the end of the trailer, Ant-Man says in the original version, oh, you're an Avenger. Have I killed you before? A little bit more dark and a little bit more crazy. Another change from the D23 Comic-Con trailer was the fact that Kang asks Ant-Man, he asks him, and dude, you see like this problem I'm having with like the thing here? This is like all Brave. Maybe I need to update Brave or something, but because like I'm having some issues on the Brave browser playing video. Anyway, another thing that's different is that Kang is asking help retrieve something that was stolen from him. Okay? And this is kind of interesting because that lines up with one of the big leaks out there. And oftentimes, trailers, especially for Marvel, they end up corroborating plot leaks. And you got to wonder, is Feige learning this? Is he altering trailers to not just confirm plot leaks? But here's the deal. I'll go through this real quick, and then we'll get into Q&A. Okay. What this is, right here, is Kang's time chair / time platform. It is shrunken down and encased for whatever reason, and it is put into this. And the story goes, or the rumor is, that Janet is going to steal this from Kang, therefore trapping him in the quantum realm. By the way, this right here, not this, but this is... Oh, actually, this could be the same platform with all those things coming. But the important point here is that it's a... these all things are on his time platform. Or his time chair. I'll show you in a second. This right here. This is his chair, which he uses to travel through time. Okay? And for whatever reason, it is using these, I don't know, maybe 10 different rings that are all surrounding his chair. Okay? And so the time chair is what Kang is going to be after in the movie, and he wants it so that he can escape the quantum realm. He came into the quantum realm to have access to the nexus of all time. And he is doing that because he's likely trying to prevent the next multiversal war or to win it. Now, another thing that's really interesting here is this shot here. And the symbols that are seemingly on Kang's time chair, to me, look very similar to the symbols that the Celestials have on a lot of their technology and the way that the Eternals use their technology. It's in a lot of their different temples and things of that nature. These are also symbols that were on the shrine of the Scarlet Witch. We've also heard that the 10 rings and the bangle are connected to Kang in some way as well, right? So there's just a lot of stuff going on here with these symbols, with the time chair, with the multiverse. It's really, really interesting. And I think the Celestials play a big part in it as well. Okay? All right. Now, we talked about the trailer. Can we get into the Q&A now? Let's get into the Q&A and just kick it. Call it a day or something like that. Call it a dizzy. By the way, I just want to remind everybody, this is the new time for streams. We'll be streaming at noon Eastern Standard Time every day. So I decided I'm not going to do a watch party for Tales of the Jedi, but Wednesday morning at noon, we'll break them all down. We'll talk about them on Wednesday morning. So I'll kind of talk about Star Wars, I guess, on Wednesday for the stream. Not sure what we'll do tomorrow, but we will be live at noon regardless. So make sure, if you can, you come on by at noon and just enjoy the streams. And yeah, we've got a lot of cool stuff coming at you. A crazy Black Adam video dropping later today as well, which now I'll have to adjust a little bit with the Henry Cavill news. And look, it's working just the way we thought it would. Everybody's just excited that he's back and saying that he's officially back. Nobody's really understanding what's going on. Yeah, it's like a negotiation thing. But that's fine. Dude, what? Is this an official poster? Oh my God, bro. Look at this official poster. Guys, this is dope. I love these scars that make him look more like Kang from the comics. Dude, this poster is dope, bro. Hot damn. I like that. That's real nice. Okay, anyway, let's get into some Q&A, man. Let's go over these super chats. Let's go over the member chats. Let's go over the chats. And then we'll get on out of here. Oh, my Christ. Okay, here we go. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to move it over here. Okay, there we go. X-Ace with a $2 holla says, not an existing show, better than Hot D. Fire, 100%. I agree with you, man. It's the upper echelon. That's for absolute damn sure. It is the upper echelon. Nerd Theory tonight? Yeah, I think so. And there's also a couple of interesting stories that I think we can get into tonight. I sent Theory a couple of things on Discord, but I'll give you a little bit of a tease. There's the rumor that there's going to be an Ezra Bridger spin-off show, and that's pretty dumb. And also, there is a report about David Lindelof Star Wars movie, and with that comes an exclusive report about Kathy Kennedy, why she's being told to no longer talk about projects and creative partnerships, what that probably means, and like why Lucasfilm is so terrified of the next Star Wars movie. Crazy. X-Ace follows up and says, maybe you went over this before and I missed it, but did Kang stop seeing the future in Loki? Because that was the exact moment Wanda became the Scarlet Witch. We're not actually 100% sure. There's so many different theories about what that moment means, if Kang can still see the future, if he's just seeing multiple futures, which I think you would probably have to be seeing unless you had full control, like in the TVA. There's also the interesting things that are said at the end of Loki season 1, where they are seemingly like, remember, Morbius says something like, does he want us to keep all of these timelines separate or something like that. Like there's an indication that they're no longer pruning timelines and instead tracking them or something like that. So who knows for sure, man? That's a good question, though. Black Rue, welcome back to the Nerd Vengers. Shane Hopkins, member for 9 months, says, bro, Black Adam was badass. My kids loved it. It was better than it should have been. LOL. Super fun. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I love Black Adam. I had a ton of fun watching that movie. I know it's not like upper echelon, crazy, dope, unbelievable cinematic achievement. But as far as for what it was super fun. It was better than I expected. I liked the JSA a lot. I like Black Adam a lot. So I'm rooting for the movie. It's all going to hinge on weekend number 2, which is probably why this Cavill story dropped when it did. Drew Smith says, what's with the misleading title and thumbnail? JK. Oh, my God. Appreciate the love, man. The Living Hybunal. Nice. Says, bro, got No Way Home hype for this movie. Let's go, son. Yeah, I think that Quantumania is going to be really cool. But again, I personally hope they punch it up a couple of notches. Mike House says, the rings could be Kang's ship. The Democles? Yeah, it could be, bro. I think that they could also be connected to maybe his technology. Maybe his ability to get into other timelines or universes. I'm not 100% sure, but something like that for sure could be going on. Jack R., member for 4 months, says, never been so happy for the flu, so I can nerd venge. Well, we appreciate you, but also hope you recover quickly, man. The flu's no good. XA says with a $5 holla, do you think Eternals helped lock away the dragon in Shang-Chi? And do you think they'll connect if... unsure? I mean, the seal looked like Eternals too. Yeah, there's something to that. I don't think it's as clear as the Eternals locked away the dragon, but did the people of Tao Lao know about the Eternals? The Celestials in those people, did they have communications? What's the connection there? There's absolutely something like that going on. We don't have all the pieces yet, but I think you're on the right track. Mike House says they should be a version on the Micronauts. They should be a version on the Micronauts. So, from what I understand, the Microverse and the Micronauts, Marvel cannot use them. And I think they might have done it. Like, I think they might have actually done it, but legally they can't. But I think there's going to be a lot of similarities to that. Yeezy Fasheezy, member for 22 months, says, Denna Goats, are you hype for God of War Ragnarok, Josh? Also, where do you usually stream games when you do? YouTube? Can't wait for Black Panther 2. Yeah, I usually just stream here on the streaming channel. I'm not a PlayStation guy. I almost bought a PlayStation on Saturday. Because I was just like, man, let's do it. God of War hype. Everybody's excited. But I ended up not pulling the trigger. But, maybe I'll check it out. I know a lot of people are really excited for that game. It's coming out real soon, right? The Living Hybunal says, even though the stream was crazy, it was fun as hell. I had a blast. Thanks, Josh. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Purple Funk, member for 11 months, says, what an awesome nerdy news day. Kang looks great. I'm having a hard time not getting too hyped for him. Plus, we get the Wakanda Forever premiere Wednesday. Yeah, that's true. And we'll get sort of our first reviews. We'll do a big video, maybe a stream talking about the first reviews, the early social media reactions, etc., etc. Wakanda Forever is going to be dope, man. I'm very excited for it. And it also brings with it the high probability of Doctor Doom, which is damn exciting. Bismo with a $5 holla says, great setup for next season. Damon's reaction to hearing Viserys' death shows how much he cared about his brother, too. 9.5 out of 10 season. R.I.P. Luke. Yeah, sad about Luke. Damon had a very interesting episode. A lot of weird things. I think a lot of people were super triggered by him choking her and didn't think that was within character of Damon. I think it's within his character. I think he's really unstable, and I think in that moment he's mourning and going through a lot as well. And he hates prophecy. He hated the way that Viserys ruled, and he doesn't want Rhaenyra to do that. So even though it's like pretty inexcusable, I think I can wrap my head around like where he was at mentally. You know what I mean? Deshaun with a membership for 13 months says, I believe Dang said Ant-Man as a question. The next line will be, haven't Haven't I killed you before? Yeah, I agree. You know, again, they changed that. They changed that in the Comic-Con for whatever reason. Or they changed that in the trailer since Comic-Con. I don't know why. But absolutely, man, that's the way that it was. 34 Virgo says, have you leaked Ant-Man trailer online? What? I mean, we talked about the trailer, bro. X Ace the $5 house says dragons showing defiance / self-identity may be leading point to how the dragons go extinct now that they all are going to war, as mentioned in Game of Thrones. Yeah, that is kind of an interesting thing there. I don't know. Maybe we'll see more of that. And my hope actually is that the dragons are not all gone. I hope that the dragons are around. I mean, we still know that one of Daenerys' dragons is still alive. And it's also possible that there were like clutches of eggs, maybe even in weird, far-off parts of Westeros, that there were more dragon eggs. So, I don't know. I want more dragons. I want more. John Shaw says, people mad that Aemon didn't want to kill Luke. I think it makes his character more interesting and showed the dragons as they are, beasts, not slaves. Yeah, I know. A lot of people do seem to be mad about Rhaenyra's character changes, and I think people are mad about Aemon. But I think it's to serve the show, and I like how complicated and layered these portrayals are. Like, to me, it's important that Rhaenyra is a sympathetic, like, we have to be able to root for her. And even though she's done all these stupid things, we've got to be able to root for her. So that's probably what they're doing or attempting to do with those changes. And the same thing with Aemon. I mean, it's more compelling that he didn't want to kill. It's more compelling that the dragon did that, and now he has to decide how he's going to handle that, etc., etc. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's pretty wild. Pretty Nikki says, we late because you changed the time for some of the chumps. Love you either way. Take my money. Oh, thanks, Pretty Nikki. Yeah, it's good. Wait, we're doing it for this week. We're going to see how the response is. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to keep this time or not, but we're at least giving it a go. So we'll see. C-Dub with a $10 holla says, favorite episode of Hot D? I think mine was episode 3, second of his name, or episode 5, the wedding. Yeah, the wedding episode is sick, but the second of his name episode is probably my favorite for sure. I liked last week's episode a lot, though. It's kind of hard to say. There were a lot of really dope episodes. There's a lot of different moments that I really, really enjoy. Like, I really like the first time at Dragonstone when Daemon faces off with Otto. I like the second time. I like how that rhymed. You know, it's like poetry. It rhymes. So there's a lot of cool stuff, man. Andrew says, as a $5 holla, I loved it showed that the Targaryens don't truly control dragons. Great callback to episode 1 when Viserys says men shouldn't have ever effed with dragons. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's something that the show continues to do really well, is like circle back to its own moments, pay off things. It's very, very cool, man. Jarrett says with a $5 holla, didn't love Hot D finale as much as I wanted to, but still 9 out of 10 season. Also, if O'Malley fights for the belt next, that is such a slap in the face from the UFC. If O'Malley fights for the belt next, that is such a slap in the face from the UFC. I mean, it's probably what's going to happen, man. It's probably what's going to happen. But then maybe his rematch with Puther could be a title shot, you know, which is kind of interesting. But, yeah, I don't know. I think he matches up better against Aljamain than he does against Pewter. But we'll just have to see. Drew Smith with a $5 says, Black Panther 2 and Ant-Man 3 trailers both look so great. Really hope we're about to return to peak MCU. I needs it. Oh, yeah, I think so. I think we absolutely will. Quantumania is somewhat of a question mark for me. I expect Wakanda Forever to be absolutely incredible. Quantumania is a little bit of a question mark for me. The Marvels is a little bit of a question mark for me. But other than that, mostly everything that's on the slate for next year, I think is going to be absolute fire. X-Men 97, like, damn. Just whew, real, real cool. Dirt Wizard with a $5 holla says, loving the new stream time. Great show as usual. Take my money. Hey, I appreciate you, man. And look at that majestic beard. Is that thing even real? Cyan says, 12 months. Time flies, man. Love these Marvel streams more than anything. Any post-credit predictions for Quantumania? I think we see Doom or Reed. Yeah, I think maybe something Incursion related. For sure. And also maybe something Young Avengers related. That's my early predictions. Dirt Wizard with a $5 house says Hot D is one of the best show to rule them all. Season 2 is going to be fire. Take more money. LOL. Yeah, 100%, dude. I said this earlier. Ooh, Loki in the TVA, that would be fire as well. I said this earlier, but I honestly believe this. Season 2 of House of the Dragon will be the biggest show of all time. It'll have the biggest premiere. It'll end up pulling in more viewers over the course of the season than any show ever has. It'll be the biggest show of all time. That's what I think you're going to get in Season 2. Did I see Henry Cavill's announcement? I did. Look, in my opinion, the Henry Cavill announcement, while really cool, does not necessarily mean anything. It doesn't really change anything as far as what we had been talking about and what the reports are out there. The reality is, Henry Cavill has one more cameo. It's at the end of The Flash. And that's it. Now, if Black Adam smashes in its second weekend, or just if in general they come to terms, could Henry Cavill do more Superman? Absolutely. And the report last week was that they want to do Man of Steel 2. And I feel pretty strongly that Cavill's not going to sign up for any big contract unless it involves a solo Superman movie for him. And The Rock probably wants him to star in Black Adam 2. So I still think it'll be Black Adam 2 and Man of Steel 2 or whatever. And then the Flash cameo. But we'll see. Cavill literally says he's back and there's more to come. Yeah, of course. I mean, of course he's saying that. He is back because he's in Black Adam. And there's more to come because he filmed another cameo for The Flash. He absolutely wants to do more. I think many of us absolutely want him to do more. But, I mean, I can only tell you what I really think is going on. What I really think is going on is that article is a puff piece. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. Henry's back. Snyder is coming back. Naysayers going to hate, says James Marshall. Oh, my. You know, I promised myself I was going to try to be more chill during these streams, you know, and not, like, get on people for their beliefs or whatever. But goddamn, bro. I'll tell you this. How about this? How about this? I'll make you a deal. If Snyder comes back to do more DC, I'll shave my head and I'll do it live. I'll shave my head on stream, live, if Zack Snyder comes back to do something DC. Yeah. That's how confident I am that he's never, ever, and I mean ever, coming back. Now I want him to come back? Kendall, I want him to come back. Are you kidding me? I love the Snyder Cut. I absolutely love the Snyder Cut, dude. I love Zack Snyder. I think Zack Snyder is a brilliant director. I think he's going to create the next Star Wars with Rebel Moon. But he's never coming back to DC, dude. Never. It's not going to happen. Yeah. By the way, I've only ever bet my hair twice before, okay? I bet that I would shave my head if Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire were not in Spider-Man No Way Home. And then I said I would shave my head if the leaks for Rise of Skywalker were not true. So there you go. There you go. So Aaliyah says a money truck would change his mind, but I don't see Warner Brothers leadership wanting to do that now. No, I don't even think a money truck would change his mind. I disagree with that. I disagree with that. Because the only way I think he'd really come back is if he got a chance to continue his story. And I think that at the time he would be able to come back, maybe after Rebel Moon stuff, those actors are going to be done or just aged out, or Warner Bros. Will have something new going on. So there's just like, to me, less than 0% chance that he'll come back. I just, there's no way that's going to happen. Maybe someday they could adapt his stories in comic book form or something like that. But he will never come back to helm any DC movies. Ever. C-Dub says, I will shave my head if Terrence Howard comes back to play Rhodey in the MCU. Okay. I'll hold it to you. Yeah, 3 years. Dude, in 3 years' time, Universal will have bought Warner Brothers. So he would never come back. And if he did come back, it wouldn't be to Warner Brothers. Loophole. Loophole. Universal could make an overture to Snyder and nab him back? Nah, I don't think so. The Rock has relations with Universal, though. Yeah. Wait, you guys are all happy about Taylor Swift. I heard her new album was mid. I heard everybody online hates her new album. I will shave my head if... Oh, shit, I'm bald. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Wait, what? Universal will keep the EB name? There's no loophole? What's EB? Oh, WB. Okay. Mm-hmm. It ain't mid? Oh, okay. Well, look, I'm just saying. Did I see your member chat? I don't know. Did I? Let me see. Oh, okay. Yeah. Attila says, I'm loving all the content, and I can't wait to see what the future has in store for us. Also, going to go see Black Adam because of your thoughts on it and that awesome video you dropped. Well, thank you very much. And enjoy yourself watching Black Adam. Masma says, what? I've been seeing hype. All I'm telling you is that Elisa told me that people don't like it because it's very different and it's kind of scattered and chaotic and all that. Liam said Snyder is back. Henry Cavill twerks in Black Adam and your art sucks. Damn! E2, Liam? E2? Downloaded it now. What? Yeah, for real. I heard the new T-Swift is garb sauce. Oh, see? Steven told you. There you go. Will they make it so you can play with friends on Marvel Snap? Yes, they will. They also have a competitive, like, tournament style coming soon. Kiki Boy says, just tuned back in because I wanted to avoid Hot D spoilers. Have you seen Kanye is going crazy everywhere online? Much love. Yeah, for sure. Kanye just needs help. He needs to not have influence and talk to people anymore. He needs to go away. That's my opinion. He needs to go away. Thank you for all the awesome content, man. Well, thank you for enjoying it. Appreciate you. You still haven't downloaded Marvel Snap? Oh my God. Bro. Missed my first super chat? No, I got it. Any concern that Ant-Man 3 will be a little bit too wonky? Yes, I do have a little bit of concern of that, to be honest with you. Yeah. Did Black Adam really have social media talking? I knew absolutely no one talking about it outside of reviewers or influencers. The only posts I saw were sponsored ads by DC and The Rock. Yeah, from what I saw, man, a lot of traction, a lot of discussion, and our videos on the Black Adam situation are actually performing really well, which is crazy. Like, we have a Black Adam video from a couple of weeks ago that confirmed Henry Cavill that's like almost at 200K. Like, and for us, like, and I know we're having like a really good, like, shit's kind of popping off on the channel, but to be honest with you, that's crazy for DC, dude. I've not seen hype like that around DC in a long time. So, hey, what up, Ross? Eric Meyer says Ant-Man and the Wasp and Quantumania trailer just dropped. It looks dope. Yeah, we broke it down twice. We talked about it on stream already for sure. I think the trailer looks great. I'm excited. David, been for 21 months, says, I'm addicted to Marvel Snap. What level are you? So I think I'm at level like 23 or 24. I finally got to play a little bit more, but I haven't been able to do like a hardcore session. I will say this, though. Last night, played a little Magic the Gathering with the homies, and my deck popped off, bro! Woo! Popped off. One of the craziest wins that I've had in MTG in some time. It was sick. Collection level? Let's see. What's my collection level? 2,893. So, not that high. You know, not that high. Trying to get past level 50. I've been stuck in the 50s and like around 50 before many different times. So, yeah. MTG, Ugin or Karn? I love Omniscience. Omniscience is gross. I don't know. I like both those characters. I kind of prefer Ugin a little bit, though. Polyhedral Paradise is like, ugh, MTG. Yo, bro, what are you talking about? Hey, Jason, what are you talking about? MTG's great, man. I have a blue-green deck in MTG. This is smashing. Right on, brother. Right on. Oh, Steve, you had some food poisoning last week? Well, I'm glad you're feeling a little bit better, brother. Glad you're feeling a little bit better. I tried making decks on Snap, and now I suck. Well, just look up what good decks are out there and just make a different version of them. There's like a couple of different websites that talk about like really popular decks, and you can just kind of make the best version that you can given your collection. That would be my advice. But I'm loving the Sandman deck that I currently have right now. Whoo! Michael Roman said, some of the Ant-Man trailer sets look like high school theater quality. Do you agree? No, I do not. But it's also possible he was talking about the other version, right? Like maybe he was talking about the one at Comic-Con or something, or like a leaked one. Because the effects were probably not done back then for them. So, all right, everybody. I've got to get on out of here. And I have to adjust the video that I have for you guys today because, you know, I already recorded a lot of a Black Adam video. So, yeah, I got to get out here and work on that because I got to add the Superman stuff in there, okay? Paul Rudd does not... Yeah, wait, he does age? You're saying he looks actually a little older finally? Oh, you did bet your hair. That's true. I did bet my hair on that Wanda thing, too. Sandman aggro is okay. Dude, my Sandman aggro is disgusting. Will we watch Tales on the 11 a.m. member stream? I don't know about that. Maybe I'll do a poll or something. Maybe we could. But we'd probably have to start a little earlier because I want to do a good breakdown Wednesday at noon for the Tales of the Jedi. So I'd like to watch it beforehand and actually like spend time breaking it down. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah, Nerd Theory should be on tonight. There's some really interesting Star Wars news out there actually that we can talk about. Man, this is crazy. Like this is crazy with this Superman stuff because people are like really excited, and I hope that like that could actually push Warner Brothers to actually do it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, I've got to get on out of here. Much love to you all. I appreciate you. We'll be back at it at noon tomorrow. I'm not sure what we'll be talking about it, but we'll be talking about some juicy stuff. Craig on Stark, I'm not sure. Why not? I'll do it. I'll be the Stark guy. Okay. Much love. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for bearing with me as the stream was absolutely ridiculous at the start. Much love to you all. As I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? What's up these studios, man? I just wanted to talk about some hot D, do a little breakdown, get into the hot D of it all, and then maybe then after that we could do the Superman thing. Maybe then after that we could do the freaking Quantum Mania thing. What the fuck? But I will say this too. Let me just say this. How about DC finally having a couple of things in the barrel? Marvel drops a Quantum Mania trailer. It's dope. It's popping. But I would tell you, I think that it's possible the Henry Cavill news outtrends it. They actually have some ammunition in the barrel. And for the first time in a long time, they don't have the actual movies to necessarily go toe-to-toe. They don't necessarily have the quality of a plan to go toe-to-toe. But they have the hype. They finally have the hype to perhaps match what's going on at Marvel. Competition is good. It's good for us as the audience. So, however you feel about this craziness that's going on with DC, it absolutely, I'm going to literally do a Superman video today instead of a Quantum Mania breakdown. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Strange times. Strange times. All right. Make sure you open up that third eye. Make sure you wash out your brown eye. Make sure you're drinking 8 cups of water at a minimum. Make sure that you're getting some exercise. Make sure you eat your vegetables. Make sure you tell your mom.